we would like you to, if you can, stop by our Patreon. Maybe think about donating. Our lowest tier is $1. Our highest tier is $15. And the tier goals are put up there. But I mean, just $1 is all we're expecting, from any given person. If you want to, we will never require that you have to pay.
And please don't give over $1 billion. That's the limit.
That's the limit.
Come on,
nothing over $1 billion.
It's just silly if you give anything more.
And nothing under $1 because, well, they just won't let you donate under $1.
Yeah. So
I mean, but seriously,
yeah, we would appreciate it.
I was telling Brady, if it happens, we'll use that Patreon money, and we're gonna get a PlayStation VR, and we will make a video of me playing the entire Resident Evil 7 on the hardest difficulty.
Hardest?
Yes.
Oh,
God.
You have fun with that.
Hardest difficulty in VR. And
gonna need a few more of those stress thingies.
I'm gonna need a few more of these stress thingies. I'm gonna need about 4 puke buckets. Stat. That's how I sound when I vomit, so you better get used to that.
We have Zoidberg in here.
But anyway, but yeah, if you could stop by, hit up our Patreon. Not required. But hey, if you have a giving heart,
and you really want to hear that piss poor episode of Skyrim,
that's the $15 tier, which is called "You Really Want to Hear That Skyrim Episode, Don't You?"
We'll give it to you.
And the $15 tier will give you a shout out on the show. I'm pretty sure I can add more to it because I mean, $15 is a lot of money to be throwing at somebody and not getting something special out of it. So
yep, I'll follow you on Twitter. I got some pull.
Yeah, well, I'll follow you on Twitter.
Well, I won't because I don't really use Twitter.
Well, sorry.
That's a $20 tier.
David will follow you
dust
on
off Twitter.
David, yeah.
David will actually use Twitter for a day. Just one day if you donate $20 for the entire year. And welcome to 30 and Nerdy. I'm AJ.
My name is David.
Brady.
Oh,
And we are back finally from our hiatus of a little Christmas break.
yeah, it was more than just Christmas break. It was everybody got the plague, and then somehow we survived it. So that's good.
I think everyone between us all had every kind of sickness imaginable.
Yeah, dude, I had it coming out of both ends. I was blowing my nose and I had snot coming out of my eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, like I was waking up in the morning with my eye.
like pink eye crusty, but not pink eye?
Yeah, and I went to the doctor for it, and she's like, "Oh, that's just snot coming out of your tear duct."
Oh, don't worry about that. That's
But
That's
now
natural.
I figured something I can breathe out through my eye.
Oh, that's AJ's eyeball.
So that's a thing I could do now.
David Blaine. Over
I could be one of those milk snorters now and be like,
That reminds me of the David Blaine where they're doing like those parodies where they have the guy who looks like David Blaine and he's like, "What the F? What the F?"
I loved those
Those are
videos.
hilarious. Where he just looks at the camera. You can't see it, but
I haven't thought about those videos in years.
that is
so
hilarious.
good.
But we are going to be talking about just some of the best games that we have played this year. Now, that is with a caveat that we are pole folk
Yeah, we're poor as
who
fuck.
have to pick and choose what games we play,
Yeah.
and we chose poorly in some this year. We'll
Yeah.
talk about those as well. But I will start off with a beautiful game, Castlevania. I will start off with Wolfenstein, the New Colossus.
Yeah,
At least I think that's what it's called.
I thought so hard about buying that, but I'm like, you know what? I got a huge backlog that I need to get through first.
That's my issue as well. Like, I just have so many games to play, and just it's rough in my situation right now, where it's just trying to get like the time to do everything is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, like KJ got me Deadpool video game for Christmas. You know when I'll probably get a chance to play this? Next Christmas.
That seems like a fun game.
Yeah,
Everything I've seen.
I want to play it. That's the best I could say.
Yeah.
But Shadows of the New Colossus is a really good game. Absolutely gorgeous in graphics. I still haven't finished it yet, so my thoughts were, and what I was going to do in my single podcast about it, and since I haven't finished it, I haven't done that single podcast. But I thought that there was one thing where he keeps on talking about, is this real or is this heaven? And so I just have in the back of my mind that he's dead. And that this is all just part of his either dream right as he's dying, and that this, that split second is just drawn out into, infinity basically of. But I don't know. I'm assuming it's not
of Dallas.
You know what makes me really happy is that his idea of heaven is murdering Nazis.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And spending time in a German U-boat with his
wife and
soon-to-be kid. I like it, and I think it's an amazing game. Not my best game of the year, but it is absolutely, as long as you like story. I would just play it on easy mode.
Yeah, I was going to say
because the story is absolutely just amazing.
That game is a game that you just drop down to easy. Like if you want to feel like the ultimate Nazi Punisher, that's what you're supposed to do.
And it's great.
Easy.
The executions are awesome. Cutting people's legs off. The getting to kick Hitler in the face was fun. And there was an achievement. I know I said I didn't think there was, but that's because I wasn't looking at the screen at the right time. But there is an achievement for that section of the game where you're in Mars, or at Mars. And
the planet?
You go to Mars. Like Hitler's on Mars because he's too afraid of being on Earth or something like that. So, and
I need to play this now.
And then you can kick him in the face and kill him.
Just go away and... You kill him?
I'm fairly certain you kill him because he's an old, decrepit man who's like on his last legs because he's sitting there hacking and wheezing and like throws
on
up
Mars.
On Mars, and
crack is on Mars.
And you can just pop him right in the face, and then you get killed, of course, because the game doesn't let you do it. But you still get an achievement for it.
Oh, nice.
Or a trophy, in my case.
Yeah.
So that is one of my games that I thoroughly enjoyed this year. Like I said, not thoroughly as the whole entire breadth of the game, but just in the time that I was able to get to it.
A game that I played that was quite beautiful to play, but also I think probably the most, it's like accessible. People want to play it because it looks adorable as shit, and then they pick it up and they're like, this is ridiculous. And that goes to Cuphead.
Oh yeah,
that is a brutal game.
It's
beyond brutal. And I mean, like, I'm used to being
Dark
punished
Souls
for side scrollers, but like I'm used to being punished by Dark Souls and Bloodborne and games like that. And that game just like, it does something to me where it just really just trips that anger trigger to where I just I'm quitting. And then it's like, all right, I just quit Cuphead and I'm going to go play something easier like Dark Souls 3. That literally happened the other day. And then I was like, easy.
Like a glove.
I did that the other day. I think it was, I don't know which boss I was going for. It was either in the Old Hunters DLC or at Castle Canehurst.
Oof.
And I had like, I don't know, 400,000 souls or blood echoes just sitting on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept on dying and dying and dying. And I just like, screw it. I just, instead of going and doing the normal thing of quitting so that it saves properly, I just PS buttoned out. I was like, done. Don't care if I get my souls back or not.
And then he popped on Scholar of the First Sin and killed Blue Smelter. Like, easy.
Nope, I just went to bed.
Yeah. Blue Smelter
like,
is actually arguably like the hardest boss. And
that was like Friday night or Saturday night when my wife isn't home and my kids are in bed already and they're roughly staying in bed. And I was like, all right, I got hours to play this. I can do it. I can just sit down, veg out, listen to my no sleep podcast, and play. And it was like 15 minutes. I was like, done. I'm going to bed.
Fuck this
It's
shit.
like
I'm
8:15, and I'm going to bed.
Speaking
like a
of
Saturday night.
Sun's still up.
early mornings, so I New Year's was a thing that happened, and I fell asleep at 10 o'clock.
I was in bed
Nice.
at 7:30.
What the heck?
I had to be up at 6 a.m. the next day.
And
It's
then,
like 11 hours.
and then Brady, totally drunk.
I hardly remember any of it.
He drunk.
Ty Lopez.
Snap shit.
I remember Ty Lopezing.
I was just like, what is he doing? He's all like, see what I'm drinking? You see what I'm drinking? Yeah, I drink the best, and it's just like a bottle of $20 Kettle One. And I'm like, wow, dude, you're really fucking blasted.
Oh, I was annihilated.
Oh, I was just thinking about this. Brady, are you on for the Hot Wings Challenge?
What's this?
Well, like, since you haven't listened to the podcast,
Yeah, you
There
don't
was,
know about it.
there was a thing where I said, I want to play, because AJ can't do it because of his stomach,
yeah.
but there's a sauce made by some local company here in Des Moines, and it is, they either have the Trinidad Scorpion
Oh, God.
or the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah.
And you and I will play some old school or whatever game.
1v1 Halo 2 lockout BRs.
No. It'll be an old school, like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, something along those lines.
Nintendo,
where it's a
Sega
score-based thing, and
Genesis.
we have like 5 minutes to rack up the most amount of points.
Okay.
And then the loser has to eat like one boneless wing, just doused in the stuff.
I'm down for that. I'll go with 2 wings.
Oh man,
Two
Mr.
wings-
Hot One's over here.
2
He's all
wings
like,
and a slap
"Just
in the
fucking
face."
Give it to me. Like speaking of
I'm gonna have
Carolina
to-
Reapers,
Whatever day that is, I'm gonna have to take off the next day because if I lose, I'm gonna be
To
pooping.
recover.
I'm gonna be pooping fire, and I'm not gonna want to be working. I'll all day at work. I'll just be in the bathroom going, "Why did I do this? Why?"
for the likes, David, for the likes. So speaking of Carolina Reapers, things that I've seen lately on Facebook, I watched a fat guy just rail a line of Carolina Reaper just ground up with a Hyundai, just and he's just like, and then I'm just like, dude, that's pure America right there.
Hell yeah.
That has to. I mean, that seriously has to. He could kill himself doing that.
I've seen a guy load up a bong with dry dog.
Oh my god!
bad-
One of
that-
those like top 3 in the world, and he just hit it, and
That has to kill your lungs.
Oh,
My
he-
goodness.
Oh,
it was-
did he die?
it was violent coughing and vomiting.
Like the other day,
He
I
should've.
was freaked out because I mean, you know, you used to smoke. You used to smoke,
Yep.
and so now I'm morbidly worried every time something bad happens, like with my lungs, where it's like hurting. And it's
Cancer?
not supposed to. I'm like, oh great, I have cancer. And it's not so much. It's not so much that I'm like, oh great, I'm going to die. It's always thinking of I'm not going to be there for my kids. I'm not going to be there to walk my daughter down the aisle.
Oh, and that's our fault?
Yeah.
That's
No,
my
but
fault.
no, I'm not saying you guys.
I'm
You you came to my basement willingly.
I'm not saying you guys are the reason for this. My whole entire reason is that I had to, because I've been having sinus problems, and so I've been using that nasal spray.
Oh, I'm addicted to that
But
shit.
the thing is, I had this stuff that had like menthol in it, really good.
Ooh.
And so it opens up, and it was great. But you're only supposed to use it for 2 to 3 days, and I was using it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I was waking up every morning at like 2 a.m. and my lungs felt cold, and I was like,
Because the
just-
menthol
because of menthol,
crystals.
and I didn't think about
crystals.
that, and I was just like, what is going on?
Did you know that
this
if
is
you
not normal?
menthol cigarettes, you're technically not allowed to be an astronaut because your lungs get crystallized from the menthol.
Yep.
And I used to smoke lots of menthol.
And Marlboro Smooths.
Yep.
Yep.
Chocolate cookies. I bet you anything now, if I tried to eat one of those, or eat,
How do you cigarette?
how do you cigarette? I forgot. It's been a few years. I'm pretty sure if I tried to smoke one of those, all I would taste is like lightly minted asshole.
Yeah. Dude, but I haven't, since I got sick a couple weeks ago, before Christmas, or after, I can't remember. I got hardcore bronchitis, like I always do this time of year. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to quit vaping while I'm sick. And because I couldn't tell if I had a headache and felt shitty from my infected lungs or the nicotine withdrawal. Mm-hmm. And I haven't wanted to smoke a cigarette more than ever right now. Like, I don't want to vape anymore. I'm like, I want a Pall Mall Red more than anything.
Of anything you could fucking smoke, he wants a nasty ass
love
Pall
them.
Mall Red.
It's like when you
It's like a Bronson or something.
Oh, no.
you can cut this out if you want.
Pall Malls are way better than Bronson's.
But it's like when you brought over that pack of Lucky Strikes because you wanted to feel cool, and then you're just like, ugh, this is horrible.
I still smoked it.
And then I'm going to roll
Like
it
a
up
man.
in my sleeve. It's like, welcome to World War II, bitch.
But anyway, because it was like 2 a.m., so your mind isn't really working very well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, great, I have cancer. I'm looking up stuff on
WebMD?
WebMD and stuff like, my lungs feel cold. What is, like, symptoms of
Dude,
lungs?
you
that feel-
have space age. You're going to die.
You know what the funniest thing about all this is that I have severe chest issues now. Like I have asthma now, and everything. I have to use a vaporizer thingy.
Nebulizer.
Nebulizer, that's what it is. And then I have to use a CPAP because apparently now I have sleep apnea and I stop breathing 24 times an hour. And but never once with all my lung issues have I been like, oh, it's because I smoked.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's because it's cold. I never go to cancer with that. You know when I do go to cancer? When I start having the runs and it just doesn't stop. Oh, here it is. Here's that bowel cancer. Finally hitting me. I'm going to die. I'm going to die from bowel cancer. So you get worried about your chest. I get worried about my asshole. What do you get worried about, Brady?
Melanoma from working outside with I have never once in almost 4 years of doing this job outside wearing sunscreen.
Well, that's smart.
That's why you get tanned.
The sun is good for you. We wouldn't have the sun if it was bad for you.
All praise the sun.
God did not create the sun because it was bad.
Except it gives you cancer if you're in it
But Brady,
all the time.
Everything gives you cancer.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure sitting here right now is giving us cancer.
What about the
because
Wi-Fi,
The
man?
Wi-Fi, yeah.
I was going to
Our
say
phones.
the Wi-Fi, the 4G, the radiation coming off the television, the radiation coming out of that thing.
My Coke?
Yeah, your Coke.
Your
Coca-Cola,
Coke is probably the worst thing.
not
Of,
Coca-Cola is going to give you cancer. This big old 2 liter Mountain Dew.
Dude, that's got brominated vegetable oil.
brominated veggie oil, dude. So then you don't have to frigidate it.
Yep.
it's going to be back in 2018 where we can't stay on topic for anything.
Ah,
I think this would be a good that $1 million show that's always popping up on Facebook too, or Facebook feed, where it's like, what would you do for $1 million? Would you be a half centaur human for $1 million? It'd be, can 30 Nerdy stay on topic for one whole show for we would fail in the first 10 minutes?
oh yeah, I was talking about Cuphead. I forgot.
What if our topic is not having a topic?
Well, then we can
Dude,
stay on topic.
We can call it the Seinfeld episode. What's the deal with Ovaltine? It's not in the shape of an oval. Teens don't drink it. What's going on? Sorry. But anyway, Cuphead was super difficult, and it makes me so angry. So
I think part of it is it's so hard, and then the bosses always have those shit-eating grins on their faces. Like,
oh, and then like they give you instead. Like I'm used to just it saying you died. Like yeah, I earned that you died. But when it's like, ha ha ha, sucker, you suck, you stupid fucking
and it's
loser piece
just
of
goading
shit.
you.
And it's just like, fuck off, you stupid animated cunt.
I don't need this from you. I get this in real life.
Yeah.
I'm a customer service representative. Do you realize my life? And I'm coming here to relax, and you're telling me this?
That reminds me.
Bring me the razor blades.
That reminds me. There's a lady who comes in every once in a while with her husband. Meanest old lady that you could ever imagine. You know, not huge, just this tiny old little thing. And she'll say
It's the tiny ones that are the worst.
Just this little old douchebag. And
Fuck off, Grandma.
she'll say like the most horrible things to her husband. And I mean, some people are like, good, men need to be brought down a peg. That may or may not be true, but
I wish they would never have raided the camps.
Yeah.
You would have been there still.
But it just, she always is mean, and she goes to like our store and then the other store across town. She's like, are you guys going to get this X, Y, or Z? They have it over there. They do way better at this than you guys do. It's like, good, go over there and get it then. Don't come back here. Yep. And then because she was talking to one of her other employees, and then I made the mistake of, because she's walking around looking like she need help with something, and that's what you do. Hey, can I help you find anything today? I was like, oh crap, why did I just talk to her? And she's like, that's when she laid they do everything better. I was like, gosh, why did I mention anything to you? Just go
die.
Yeah.
I'll say it for you.
I hope you pick a casket out.
Go home, rest in your chair, and don't wake up.
KJ thinks I'm the worst person in the world because I'll wish death on people all the time. You cut me off in a parking lot. I hope you and your entire family dies from AIDS. I just go to the darkest place. I hope you all get hepatitis C.
This slow killer.
And it's just she's like, you're gonna endure so much bad karma from that. I'm like, karma's not even fucking real.
Yeah.
And then maybe it is because, man, my life really sucks.
No, so there's worse than wishing
now,
death on people.
Yeah, I know. It's killing people and raping them after you kill them. Speaking of which, started watching this great show called Mindhunters.
Oh my god,
yeah, Stephen King loves that one.
It is so good. The best line in that is when he's talking about how he chopped his mother's head off and then
Ed Kemper.
Yeah, and then stuck his dick down her throat, and he's like, "There, now you've been fucked."
Yeah. Yep.
Now, is it a bunch of different stories, or is it just one?
It's about
because there's an FBI agent. I think
it's an overarching thing. It's about the creation of the BAU, pretty much the Behavioral Analysis Unit. So it's one part Criminal Minds. One part Law and Order, and then Killer of the Week as well. But
having been deep diving into the last podcast and getting super hard into serial killers, Ed Kemper's my favorite, and then he's on the show. I'm like, oh, yeah, I have his favorite serial killer.
Man, how weird is that? That guy's fuck ass brutal.
I know, and he would have got away with it too.
If it weren't for the meddling kids.
All right, Brady, what's a game that you played this year that you have enjoyed?
Well, I think we should keep it on the theme of battle. No, I'm not going to choose the Star Wars game. The loot boxes.
My game of the year is Battlefront 2.
Even without the loot boxes, I mean, how is the gameplay for that?
It's fun as heck.
I bet it's fun.
It's very good. The story's quick. It kind of rushes things, but it's very good.
See, I don't know.
Because, you're on, I think Inferno Squad is your name, and you're on the forest moon of Endor. Because it's not Endor. The moon isn't called Endor. People get right. It's been out for 40 fucking years. And then you're shooting rebels, and then you look up, and the Death Star explodes. It's like, what? Anyone going to have a nice lead up to this? No. But other than that, it's...
Luke used the Force.
Yeah, it's really good.
And I do like the playable characters. Fun. I don't mind, because I remember when it first came out, and people were like, you have to grind so much for this super badass character.
No,
it's like, you have to grind for a really amazing character, or you pay money for it. And I don't really mind that part of it, where you have to, if you're willing to spend the $50 or whatever it was, then you're a dummy, and you deserve everything that you get. And you get your stupid character, and you lose $50. If you're a normal person, you put the time in for something,
an astronomical
reward.
Amount of time, though.
Which takes me to my next video game. No, keep going.
That's all I really had. I don't care about the loot boxes. Can go away because I think it's dumb. I don't mind if it's just cosmetic.
Well, now it's
pay to win.
Now it's technically gambling.
At least in other countries, the U.S. hasn't come on that yet.
Well, they won't because capitalism.
We have the ultimate shittiest leader right now. Everything's going the way of the dodo. That regulation gone. Fuck that.
I'm just waiting.
Fuck that.
But the worst part about is it Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2.
Okay, unfortunately named.
Just say BF2.
BF2. Battlefield 2 is super old. Okay, but like, say you're wanting to level up your heavy class, and you have to get these star cards to do it. You don't just get it by continuously playing like any other game would. You get them from crates. So it's like either you can grind out crates, which is going to take a long time to upgrade your class, or you can just go ahead and buy stuff.
Okay, see that I don't really care for, and I do hope the loot crates do go away, because I don't mind if it's just cosmetic stuff.
Yeah,
that like with World War II, all of it is just cosmetic.
Like,
you get like a new salute, or you get a skin for your gun.
Yeah,
or
same with Black Ops 3 I was playing yesterday. Like, there are new guns that you can get through that, but you don't need them.
Yeah.
The base guns are good, and it's all cosmetic.
All they are is just like an upgraded version of a certain type of gun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you don't need them to rock people's faces off.
No.
With it.
And you can continuously play and get points to buy crates.
The only thing you need to rock face in that game is an MP5K with rapid fire.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, my next game is World War II.
But I didn't say my real
I had
game.
a really good
Oh,
segue.
sorry. You go for it.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That is an amazing game.
I haven't finished it because it came out in February, and there's a lot of shit to come out since then.
Yeah.
But this is the best game I've played all year.
It's so beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It is probably
The story is great.
one of the most beautiful looking games I'd ever seen.
And it's a shame it came out alongside Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, because
I still think it beat Breath of the Wild.
yeah,
in a
but
lot of
everybody
people's-
was like really sucking Breath of the Wild down like hardcore, and they were like, "Fuck Horizon."
I mean, it's a great game.
We got
It's
the
just-
Switch now, bitch. Like I was in another podcast's like community group, and everybody was just shitting on Horizon, and they were just like, "Yeah, Switch. Oh, I got Zelda," and it's just like, dude, Horizon is a really beautiful and well put together game. That game has been being built for years, and you can definitely tell.
By the guys that did Killzone.
Of all games, yeah. Why
Anyway,
the fuck not?
What was your segue?
So my segue was, speaking of loot boxes,
Yeah.
Destiny 2.
Time to air our grievances.
So
Festivus for the rest of us.
here's the thing. I still play Destiny 2 almost every day because it's the easiest game for me to sit down and just,
Veg out.
yep. It's like, all right, I'm going to go do my weeklies, try to get my guys up to 335. I have like a max level for all classes. All of my classes are at 328 plus rating, and I'm never going to raid with them or anything.
Yeah.
But the Eververse has completely destroyed what that game could have been, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And like, I feel terrible because when that game came out, like all three of us were like, "Oh!" It was like the Pope holding up that whatever. I don't know. The only picture I ever have of that Pope holding something up is the Slayer Rain and Blood CD.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think at the beginning it was new and fresh, and we were still getting new stuff. And then
it's called the honeymoon phase.
we all hit level 20,
yeah.
and then we all hit max light.
And the story was really good. I mean, it's graphically gorgeous.
It was
I enjoyed the story, especially the first opening cinematic where you lost your light and had to find it.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that was
seriously,
a
that was
pretty
some
cool thing to go
really
through.
gripping. The music was absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, that music. Jesus Christ. That music drove the game. Like, it drove a lot of the storyline. I've seen, like, people
think-
shit all over that game and then be like, but listen to this score.
It would have been better if Marty was still there. If Bungie hadn't fucked him over.
I don't follow that. I don't follow Bungie very much. Not until I started playing Destiny.
Well, what
and then
they
Destiny
did
2.
was he had written the whole score for Destiny 1, and they were going to use it in the trailer for the first E3 showing of it. And then they scrapped that and used something completely different. And it was
Did they use Sabotage by Beastie Boys?
No, that was every new Star Trek movie. And then Marty sued him and won, and he has stock and stake in everything Bungie's going to do for like the next decade.
Damn.
Yeah.
Too bad they're crashing and burning right now.
Yeah.
Probably do it on purpose.
Yeah, bro. Fuck Marty.
Fuck Marty. We're gonna drive
Marty O'Donnell,
this
for those who don't know.
franchise straight into the ground because of it. No, like Eververse has completely destroyed a
Yep.
lot of the. Me and Brady were just talking about how they had the Dawning, and there was a new emote that you could get called Giving.
It's like you're like all funny and you hold it and like a box made out of light comes out and you give it to somebody.
Yep.
And it costs 3,525 bright dust, which you get from Eververse transactions.
It's the most expensive thing. It was more expensive than the ships.
Any exotic ships as shaders. And yeah, I just thought it ironic that you have to either have a crap ton of bright dust saved up or buy more to buy the emote called Giving.
Now, here's the thing. I was actually crushing shaders to try to get enough bright dust to get it. Because I'm a sucker for those stupid fucking emotes.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I realized something. A lot of the new shaders break down into legendary shards. And therein lies an issue, because you only get shaders through Eververse stuff. And then you're getting shaders through Eververse, you're breaking them down into shards. You've actually turned it into a play to win or
pay to win situation, because you can take 97 shards to Zur and then get a super exotic engram that will give you an item you don't have yet. That doesn't even work
it's
either.
still broken. And then
just because they don't have that many exotics.
Yeah, and then like the 3 of coins
doesn't work.
They do work. They do work. The thing about 3 of coins is that they increase the chance of getting exotic by 50%. Now, the chance of you getting an exotic in the wild is like 3%. So it brings it up to 4.5%.
Wow.
You pop 3 of coins and you do your weeklies, because your chance of getting an exotic through weeklies is 50%.
Oh, is it?
So then you pop one of those and it turns into 75% chance of getting them.
Okay.
And then you'll get them from all 3 people usually.
Nice.
So,
but then there was this shit with the Osiris DLC.
What a letdown.
The lackluster story. Could have been awesome. The social zone of Mercury
garbage.
Is the size of a
football field.
A pretty big map, multiplayer map in like PvP. The multi-stage strike. It's just you jump on teleporters and go over here, and then do one thing, and then you do the exact same thing but way over there. Oh, it's multi-stage, and then you get 2 crates that give you nothing. And then,
2 coins and a blue.
Granted, though, the armor pieces and weapons you can get from that are pretty cool.
They look cool.
And the shaders are cool too.
But the thing is that they're not practical, because all the new shit gives you speed, mobility,
yeah.
And mobility is
the worst.
Trash tier,
pointless.
You want recovery,
yep,
and then secondary to resilience.
Yeah, and the fact that the new DLC blocked out vanilla content from those who didn't buy it.
They did fix that.
I know they fixed it, but the fact that they were going to let that just happen is
well, I mean,
bullshit.
it's the same thing as like their capping of doing the what is it? Like on each homeworld where there's those invasion things.
Strikes?
No, so like you're on, I don't know, Earth. And then
like public events.
Yeah, your public events, and you get like 9,000 experience. But then they capped it, and they kept on giving you less and less and less if you just kept on doing it.
Yep.
Even though they kept on saying like, "Hey, you got 9,000, but you only got like 900."
Yeah,
it's just so that you would get less bright engrams, so that you would buy those from the Eververse instead of playing the game to get them.
And here's the issue about Eververse. So we just had Dawning, and that gave us Mayhem Rumble, which was so much fun.
So fun.
But there was a horrible glitch with Warlocks where they could just throw infinite Nova Bombs. And trust me, I was up against a team of 4
It's painful.
And it was just like, I'm just going to sit here and do the sweep emote while I get killed over and over again.
Yep.
And I literally did that for games because it's just like, there's no way. And Bungie's like, we'll fix it next year when we come back in 2018. If it had been an issue where it was you can glitch out and get multiple Bright Ingrams or some sort of Eververse breaking thing, they would have fucking made their guys come back to work from holiday
that, like,
and
faster
fix the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And that's an issue. And so I've officially gotten to the point to where I thought loot boxes were like, okay, they're a thing. And then, I kind of enjoyed the idea of them. And then it was like, oh, this is kind of bad. And then I've gotten to the point to where I absolutely hate the idea of them, and I think that they're destroying video games in general.
I agree.
Well, the thing I have against games like Destiny and even Diablo 3, because I love playing games where you just repeat content and look for better and better gear. I wish that, because even Diablo 3 is heavily into, you need to have this set with these weapons to get the best out of your character, which I don't mind.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay for that shit.
No,
it's just
what I'm
RNG.
saying. I'm not talking about loot boxes in general. I'm just saying, like, towards end game content and getting stronger and bigger and better. Is that you can get better at least through Diablo 3, like with Paragon levels.
Yeah,
but the thing I would like to see these games is where it's not, this sword is the one that's going to be the best for you for this build. That's the best build for your character. I want them to have a random drop, like back in the day in Diablo 2, where you'd make a magical item that was better than anything that dropped from a unique or a. And I just want that, because then that makes it feel like you can exceed beyond. Because I always hit that cap where you'll go from 1 to 70 and you get a lot more powerful, and then you hit that cap. And I have a hard time peeking my head above that, and because I'm not an elite player, I'm not amazing.
Yeah,
and I just enjoy the fact of, if I put time into it, and I'm not terrible, that I'd like to be rewarded for it, not just stay status quo for months on end, to where I'm like, because then I just stop playing until the new season comes out, and like,
because what's the point?
Yeah, because then I'll shoot back up to 70, feel powerful, and then just kind of plateau out.
But we had the same issue while we were playing World of Warcraft, and that's an RPG. That's like strictly like an RPG issue where it's.
But WoW for me wasn't so much because I was competing and you're playing with other people. Where Diablo 3 and even Destiny seems to be, you're in a place that's populated by people.
Yeah,
but you don't
it's pseudo multiplayer where you could do mostly everything on your own, and then if you do want to, you can do strikes.
But because with me, the thing that like WoW had was that you would play, and then you would just kind of whip your EP out on the table and show everybody how amazing you are.
Yeah, but
and it wasn't. It was DPS, and it was crits, and it was just it was racing against somebody else. So it was always something new, because especially with Dungeon Finder, you could always have somebody else new to play against and play with and to match yourself against. Even in your own guild, you could do it.
When it came to end game stuff, it was like, all right, you have to be 040, 120. You need all this gear. You need these enchants, and you need to have these gems. If you're not running this weapon with that build, then you're completely wasting a raid slot. And so when you talk about the stuff like that, it makes me remember of, trying to gear up for Molten Core, and it was like, okay, so I needed the 2 bone slicing hatchets with plus 15 agility, and then I needed the Arcanite, the blue Arcanite shotgun or rifle.
Yep.
And then I needed full Beastalker gear which I never got. Never had a Beastalker helm drop. Fuck you, stupid bitch, and schoolmates. But besides the point, it's just, and everybody's like, all right, you have to be 040, 120 because marksmanship was the only viable. Like if you tried speccing anything else, you were a stupid faggot noob, and get the fuck out. You're a stupid retard. You're kicked. you have to end your association with Raid Awesome.
Well, and then because it
and
also
then
got into the
Cash
thing with
would
like
be
gear score.
banned.
It got into that thing with gear score and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
About
fuck gear score in the asshole.
because I don't know, because World of Warcraft is in a different league, and like I said,
And-
it feels different.
I totally
than,
understand, but it's
But you still
it's
get that plateau.
same idea where it's if you're gonna play to do something like what I'm doing right now with my Destiny characters, where I log on and I'm trying to get them to 335. I get maybe 1 point a day, and or a week. And when you're talking like you're at like 328 and you're trying to get to 335,
a long haul.
my major issue is I can't get enough
Bright Dust.
mod components to drop for the right things I need.
Yeah.
I wish that they would let you choose, like, okay, with this many legendary shards, I want to buy, lightning chest or lightning arms.
And I wouldn't even mind. I mean, for things like that, to give more power to the player is okay. If you're going to do this, then it's going to be more expensive. I'm okay with that.
A lot
kind
of
stuff.
the things is just like they're basing everything off of RNG, and I'm just so sick of RNG anymore. It's just like, all right, random loot roll. Okay, luck of the dice. Just random number generator
May
constantly.
the odds be ever in your favor.
Yeah,
And
and they never are.
Static rolls ruin
You're that
that
kid from-
too. Like in Destiny 1, when you got a duplicate gun, the chances are it's going to be better or worse than the one you already have, just because the ability rolls are different.
The ability rolls, yep.
And now it's like Luke Smith said in D2 came out, it's like, how are we going to make your 4th, 5th, and 6th Better Devils worth it? Like, well, so far you fucking haven't. Because I have a Masterwork Better Devils at 330. It's my favorite gun in the game, and there's no way you can top that.
And the rest of them I just scrap for
Yeah,
coinage.
or I boost up other cool hand cannons
Yep,
that are just fun to use every now and then.
Sunshot.
Yeah.
Sunshot is pretty fun.
Annual Skate's pretty cool too.
I really like the one that you get for turning in the legendary stuff with the Osiris pack, where you have to.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
it's nice.
I got that hand cannon, and it has like a refraction, so it's like you shoot and then bounces off shit. So
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
it's like that on a hand cannon. Wow,
Yeah.
wee.
So suffice it to say, Destiny 2 falls into the failed this year, I think.
I would say that it started off really well and then just fell flat on its face.
Yep.
it's very
Sort of left out on the counter for too long.
disappointing.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's something that I still play. Like, I think out of all three of us, I'm the only person that's going to still play it the amount they do. But it's
I
just
play
because,
Destiny 1 now.
because
I was actually thinking, because I loaded that onto my Xbox One, I was like, I might jump into it.
Hey, let me know if you get on Xbox One. I got my 400 on there. My PS4 294. Like, oh, I'm so weak.
it's so funny. Like, I got up to $3.99. I was so close,
Oh,
and then
dude, there's nothing longer than that slog from 399 to 400.
trust me, I know.
Like, especially when I'm a Titan, it's like I need a helmet, and that's it. It's like, where am I going to get a legendary drop for helmet? It's like one strike with a chest is a guarantee to get you a helmet. It's like, all right, I got 12 hours free. Let's do this.
But yeah,
So that's my biggest disappointment of the year.
I
Besides-
would have to agree
yeah.
because, I mean, even us on this podcast, we like really shit bricks about it, and we kept talking about it. And
It's great because year 3 Destiny 1, right as it ended, was great. So much fun.
yeah,
Especially when you had other people to play with. Great.
And I think that's what makes it most enjoyable, is that's why I don't play it, because we were ever on at the same time.
well, yeah, and that's another issue is that all the people that I did used to play with, Ryan and Jesse, they work till 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then Brian, he works days at the Highview warehouse where they do all of the online aisles or
Aisles
online. And then, but he and I's time schedules never match up anymore. You're on Xbox, and then you're impossible to play with like 90% of the time because your kids are
Crazy.
like insane. And it's getting to that point for me too, where I'm sacrificing everything else to just concentrate on my kid anymore. It's just, all right, come
Such
home and I
is
put
life.
educational kids shows on the fucking television. And
That's like this morning. I was playing Bloodborne, and then my son woke up because I usually wake up about 6 a.m. or something like that if I have to work at 8, just so I can get up.
I wake up every day at 5:30 in the morning.
And so my son, I heard him rustling around. I was like, maybe he'll go into my wife's room and lay down in bed with her.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to the top of the stairs because I have a baby gate up because he likes to get into stuff he's not supposed to. So I like to have the baby gate so if I don't get up early, that he can't just go downstairs and get into everything.
Whatever.
And so he came to the top of the stairs and was like, Daddy, I woke up. I was like, all right. So he...
Good for you.
Yeah. Congratulations. Go back to bed. No. So I brought him downstairs with me, and then he has a penchant like his sister where he'll just ask a bazillion questions. It's like, why is he standing there? What are you doing? Why are they hurting you? What, blah, 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 blah. I was like...
Because they want to
fine.
kill me.
Yeah. It's like, because they're bad people and I need to hurt them. You know, whatever. Dumb reason I give him at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then finally, he's like, I want to watch something. It's like, all right, fine. I'll put something on. What do you want to watch? Mater? He's like, no, Barbies. It's like, all right, we're watching Barbies. Because they have something on Netflix. And I actually can watch Barbies because I think it's funny because they do a lot of dumb stuff. Just like the Pixar movies where it has some funny stuff for adults.
Dude, there's this really, really great show. I forget what it's called now, but it's just like the beginning of the episode, just like a kid asks a question, and then this like ragtag group of weird looking things need to figure out the answers. Weird Al does like almost all the music for it.
Oh, nice.
And then they always have like a super raunchy comedian doing kid friendly television stuff. Like one episode was Kevin Smith.
Oh, yeah?
One episode was Hall & Oates, the chicks who did Fuck Me in the Ass because I love Jesus.
Oh.
One episode was the black dude who's all like, you don't want none of that.
Oh.
Turns all your bad feelings into good feelings.
I forget his name.
And I was just like, this show is amazing. And then like they'll have like
It's
just
not
like
habit.
it's not habit for me.
Speaking of comics, I was looking at some... I don't know if it was a video or if it was a online article, but there's a lot of comedians that have, like, because we're 33,
Yeah.
and a lot of comedians
I
have
think
passed
so.
away, like 30 to 33, 35, like Sam Kinison, who I did not realize was that young because he looks like he's about 60 years
I
old.
didn't know that. I thought he was like a really old guy. Yeah.
But I think he was around in his 30s when he got hit by a drunk driver and got killed on his way to a gig.
I mean, but drugs, you know, like
But yeah.
hell of a motherfucker.
Yeah, because that dude...
Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch
he's
Hedberg,
dead.
he passed
That's so
away.
sad.
Belushi passed away at like 32 or 33.
Drugs.
What's his name? Andy Kaufman passed away of pancreatic cancer, I think, or lung cancer.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. But he allegedly passed away at like 32. So, but I mean, he also smoked like a chimney. So it just is crazy to think that, because we're passing that age of like 20 to 30 where you're invincible and nothing can touch you, to then you get to 30 and like you look at all these people who have passed away. Of course, most of these people did hardcore drugs.
Yeah.
But
Well,
still-
I think the worst part for me is like I look at my hands now and I'm like, I have old people hands. When did this happen? And then I look in the mirror and I've got gray coming in everywhere, and I'm starting to get crow's feet, and I'm just like, what the fuck happened to me? I still remember being babyface Bambino looking in the motherfucking mirror like, I'm always going to look like I'm 12, you know?
Well, I hate looking back at Facebook when they'll be like, here's a memory, and it'll be a picture, and you can kind of see the top of my head. It's like, I still have hair in this picture. It's like 2 years ago. And I look at one now, it's like, holy crap, this is going away
Oh,
really
David,
quickly.
You're our American bald eagle, though.
It's not gonna be. And Jess is like, just shave it off. I was like, no, they will not look good. I will look like a horrible cancer patient.
I look good with a shaved head.
Yeah, your head is cue ball. Mine is like a
I do have a really good head.
Someone
Lumpy?
beat me when my head was still soft.
With stilts? Is that what you said?
No, like someone beat me when my head was still soft.
Oh, okay.
I thought you said
I thought you said
It's like, what is this?
somebody beat me while they were
Did you
wearing
grow
stilts.
up in like a vaudeville traveling show with
I'm really tall and I'm
Joe
going to
Stilts?
stomp on your fucking head, kid.
get out of the way, boy, talent coming through.
All right, I'm bringing this train back into station. And going back to World War II, I think is a really good game. Not my game of the year, once again, but really well done. The loot boxes and that, once again, we don't really care for them. But at least in this, there aren't any, at least that I've come across or that I know of.
Just cosmetic.
Yeah, it's just all cosmetic so far. So that doesn't really bother me. The one thing I wish they would have done, which would have been, groundbreaking, would have been to go back to a Counter-Strike-esque stance of Germans can only use German weapons and Americans and British can only use American weapons. And that would have been great because then you either have to go, well, I really like the German SMG, so I'm going to play only as the Germans.
Yeah, but that sucks because then you're stuck being a Nazi.
Yeah, but you're not really thinking about it in that terms. I mean, when you play, you're not like, oh, crap, I'm a Nazi. You're
No,
like,
now
"Oh,
you
I'm
have
gonna
to
go
role
kill someone."
play.
No, you don't have to role play because Day of Defeat, you don't role play. You're just like, hey, I really like the MG42. It's a freaking.
I don't know. Whenever I played, Modern Warfare 2 and I was Spetsnaz, I was like, for fucking Mother Russia!
Okay, for the normal person, they don't jump into the role of whichever soldier that they're.
Oh, maybe it's just a me thing.
I mean-
I just get so into role playing,
Most of them are 12.
especially in the bedroom.
Just picture
you know?
AJ whenever he gets into World War II, he goes into apt pupil mode and comes out in his full Nazi regalia.
I just
stomping
sit
his feet
there and
saluting.
I just fucking goose stomp around in a circle.
Which, speaking of that was an amazing movie.
Great movie. Sir
Brad
Ian
Renfro
McKellen
and-
as a fucking
Nazi.
yeah.
That
Great.
was
Really?
And Brad Renfro, another person who passed away really early, but that was alcohol.
See, here's the thing. All these people died super early, but they did drugs. I'm going to die super early because I eat lots of burgers.
Oh, good burger sounds good.
That burger sounds good, but how's my ticker doing?
Got a bum ticker. Got a bum ticker.
Yeah. I'm pushing 60 and I've got a bum ticker.
What movies did you guys see in 2017 you really dug? That
well,
came out
how
in that
about
year.
we talk about the best game
Oh, okay.
that we played this year, which was Dead Cells.
Yeah, but I'm going to second that. Dead Cells as the 2D side-scroller reminded me a
Roguelike.
crap ton of
Castlevania.
Castlevania. And because I messaged the developers just asking if they're going to make it on Xbox One or PS4, and they said in the next year they want to have it ported.
Which
And I said
thumbs up.
And then after that, I messaged him and said, this is an amazing game. I love it. Reminds me so much of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is my favorite game of all time. Kudos to that, because a lot of people try and emulate it, and it just doesn't have the same feel. It feels great because you have those normal enemies that are just kind of easy cheese to get through, and then you have those kind of ultra guys who are ridiculously crazy.
Oh, the Elites?
Yeah, I hate those guys.
And then once you get later into the game, like the Clock Tower, good fucking luck, man.
And I like how you have to
I
spend
hate
all your.
Clock Tower.
I enjoy how they make you spend all your.
Oh, I think that's a good plan, though.
I know. I like it that they instead of hoarding it all, you have to spend everything that you can and
Yep.
then go on to the next thing.
And they just released their new update, so then you can actually start boosting up weapons. So you can start off with like a +2 weapon, +3 weapon, but you have to use your souls on that, and you can only start dumping into that after the Black Bridge. So, and then they also added in mutations, so that's really cool too. They just keep adding all this great shit, and I'm so glad I picked it up on early access, and it was for sale for like $10, and I was like, I'm picking this up, and it was the best purchase I made all fucking year.
And I'm probably picking up the Steam box and possibly the Steam controller. I'm not sure yet, but so I can play it in my room just because.
Yeah,
I enjoy just sitting
why
in my
not?
bed.
Now I have heard with the Steam Link you're going to want to do wired, but that game's not really a Twitch type of game.
Yeah.
There's times where it's like, oh, I need to make sure I know what I'm doing, but
Because for $34 right now with the Steam sales, and getting it just for one game, I'm okay with that.
Most definitely. And then you have like your entire Steam library to choose from. So there you go. But
So, Dead Cells.
If you do have a PC, I highly recommend picking this game up. Even if it is still in early access, it's probably like one of the most tightest side scroll fighters I've played. Just tight butthole. Tight butthole.
And I enjoy it because because a lot of people have to have the new flashy graphics, amazing.
Fuck
It's great. It's not 8-bit, but it's
It looks
old
like
school.
It looks like a
16
16-bit side scroller,
and it is
that
amazing.
runs at 60 frames.
Oh, how vibrant the colors are too.
Yeah.
Oh, super vibrant. It's a 16-bit that has a million color
palette.
palette.
1 million troops. Wow. If
right,
you
Brady,
lose,
what's
you will be sucked. Sorry,
Massive damage.
old E3 fun. What's my game of the year? Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nice.
That's all I want
That is
in
a
the
good. That is a good pick. Another kind of runner up for me was Nier Automata. That was a really fun.
Was it
game.
good?
It was really good.
Isn't that the one with like 5 different endings?
All I know is that it's a Square Enix game, right?
Yeah, and you have like a little robot type thing that shoots, and
Yeah,
I just
2B.
enjoy it because it's fun. It's not.
You just love looking at the fucking amazing ass shots.
I
do.
kind of do want to play it because I've heard on other podcasts.
You wouldn't like it because it's Japanese.
But I've heard them talking about it, and it sounds super interesting.
It is the one game I would like to try that I didn't get to try is Nioh because I enjoy.
Oh
Dark
yeah,
Souls.
I've been Nioh and the Surge. I really wanted to play the Surge, especially the DLC that they just put out. Like you can tell they don't really take themselves that serious. They're like, "Yep, we're a Souls ripoff with robots."
Yeah.
And our expansion pack takes place in a theme park.
Nice.
Yep. So I really want to play it. It looks super fun. I just
And the one shocking
What-
thing for sorry.
and then what it comes down to is just the lack of funds.
Yeah.
You know.
The one thing that did shock me that Nintendo did not die this year. That the Switch actually did well.
They thrived.
They actually
I'm really
are doing
surprised
really
about
well
that
with it.
too, and I'm really upset about it because I just I hate Nintendo. I just want them to go away.
I don't want them to go away. Just like I would. I still wish that Sega had a console.
Sega is coming back. Did you see I tagged you in that somebody's
Yeah.
selling like a brand new
Yeah,
Sega Dreamcast for $50?
75.
What?
But I'm going to message him.
And
see
then
what they'll
I
give it to me
no
for.
the other thing I tagged you in was 75. That was the Focusrite, the USB XLR microphone thing for your computer.
Gotcha. So on to movies.
Yeah, just for a little bit.
Yeah, we can definitely rock talk movies. I saw none.
I saw a bunch.
Hit us up.
You want me to just do my top 3? There are so many good ones. I would say, okay, here, top 5. No particular order.
Number 5.
Logan.
Yeah, Logan.
Dude, Logan was fucking great.
Because I actually
Perfect.
I just watched this the other day on your HBO,
Yeah.
whatever now or Go or whatever it is. I absolutely loved it.
The HBO thing that I pay for and everybody else watches and I never do.
But I absolutely loved Logan. I thought it was one of my favorites just because I enjoyed how... I didn't enjoy how he was dying, but I liked how there was a finality. And
Yeah.
I absolutely loved Patrick Stewart's kind of
Logan.
circling the drain, and he's this
It's-
dirty old man.
It was so
Not really
fucking
dirty, but
good.
he-
The
just like
end-
crass.
that ending. But I mean, like, just everything that they did with that movie, where they finally were like, "All right, we're gonna take an X-Men movie, we're gonna like really fucking drip it into seriousness,
Yeah.
and we're gonna make it rated R."
Yeah, huge Jackman took a pay cut so they could have it be rated R. And he was
As if he needs the
he
money.
was the driving force behind the story, and he let the director direct it, but under his.
I mean, at
his
least it wasn't
vision.
an X-Men Origins.
And I just enjoyed so much,
Oh, so good.
especially like when they were at the farmhouse, and Hugh Jackman goes against the X-22 or whatever, and just goes balls to the walls. And I loved it. It was
so good, dude. And like,
and I liked how all the kids just ganged up on that one dude with the robotic arm and finally just iced him.
See, but like, I love X-Men. I've seen every single X-Men movie, so of course I love that movie as well.
X2 is probably my favorite.
I like them all. I even like the shitty fucking origin movies. I hate what they did to Deadpool.
Yeah.
But I love the movies. They're just fun to watch. Days of Future Past, I think, was like one of my favorites, though.
Still need to see it.
X-Men Apocalypse was really fucking good. So yeah.
Number 4 is going to be Baby Driver.
I've still wanted to see that. I haven't gotten a chance
Very
to watch
good.
It.
It's
And here is one that you have seen, AJ.
oh, it's so fun.
Adult Driver?
No. No. Oh, speaking of that, I have some CDs from you that were like, we're supposed to have some program that we're going to use to edit video.
Yeah.
And I found some porn.
What?
Because there's this one I was just because there's nothing written on the CD, so I was just like, all right, what's in this one? Nothing. This one, nothing. This one, can't read it because they're all scratched crap because they're just old. And then all of a sudden, I got it, and it pops up with like the old Windows Media, like it has 2 things. It's like, that looks like porn.
Is it porn of me?
No.
Oh,
not of you, just of porn.
well, because like I have recorded stuff and saved it on a CDR, so.
No, thankfully not.
Oh.
I'm sorry that
Did you enjoy it?
I didn't watch it.
Oh.
It looked like nasty trailer porn. Like really low budget.
It must have just been like a low budget fat chick porn.
No, it was like some skinny chick. It looked like, meth trailer porn.
Oh, dude, those were my friend my ex friend John's. He had a big thing for Jenna Jameson, and those always look super trashy.
So it's sitting on my computer desk. And I'm like, I just hope that my kids don't like grab them and take them. Like, what's in this? Nothing. Nothing.
They take them to your wife, like, here, Daddy had this.
Yeah.
She pops it into her own little laptop. Oh,
This is dirty trailer.
why?
porn.
Why is those 2 women shoving that much stuff in each other's asses?
But see, then the
How
conversation
uncouth.
the conversation wouldn't happen until like later at night when all the kids are in bed and I'm almost asleep. It's like, hey, David, we need to talk.
Want to
Like, I
watch
just
a
want to go to
movie?
sleep.
Want to watch a movie? What's your favorite movie?
You're sitting there's like,
Well, I'm sorry that you got secret porn.
I just thought it was funny that I was just looking through all these discs for this video editing software, and then I was like, oh, there's a...
that reminds me. Today, somebody sent me a direct message on Snapchat. Didn't know you could do that. And I was asking one of my friends, like, how do you do that? And she's like, oh, you just press this button. Up come all of my saved pictures. And I'm like, Kenzie, you should not have done that. She's like, oh my God. It was a bunch of
Vaginas?
porn and buttholes.
Buttholes.
From you? Or
She's
from...
like,
No, just pictures of chicks' buttholes.
yeah. Not my own butthole.
No, but I thought maybe it was like your stats
I'm
on your
doing that
phone.
like 1,000 pictures thing, but with my ass.
So like he's doing this thing. It's an art project where you know how some people take a picture of their face every day? He's taking a picture of his asshole.
That may save your life one day, Brady.
Well, the only thing that survived was his ass. Oh, that's Brady Cougar. I know that for a fact.
I know that anus anywhere. Look at that little fucking stink star.
It's perfect.
Got a carrot with it.
But Baby Driver is fun. Cars and stuff.
But here's a movie you did see. Get Out.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That one is so fucking
So good.
So good.
And I enjoy it because it's not... Is it Keenan...
It was
Michael Keel?
Yeah.
Or Key is the taller one, and Peel is the shorter one.
I think.
So then it was Peel, yeah.
So Peel, and I enjoy him as a director. He does amazing.
It was great.
His debut, his directorial debut was absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got a really good career ahead of him.
That was actually going to be my number 3.
John Wick, number 2.
Oh, I've
Still
never
haven't
watched.
seen it.
Watch John Wick 1. You will love it.
It's fun as heck.
You will poop your pants. And how amazing
I'm
it
sick
is.
of pooping my pants. You know,
I will get you some Depends, and you'll watch it and poop your pants.
You know, I had to come home and call in sick because I pooped my pants on the interstate on Tuesday. I gave myself enough time to make it to work and take a shit. And then there was a giant fucking accident on 235, and I'm sitting on the interstate for 45 minutes. Just from I-80 exit to 235, and we made it to 4th Street, and it just wasn't going nowhere.
Dead.
And then my stomach's just like, and I'm like, no, stop it, you dirty little butthole. And it's all like, and I'm just like, all right,
No.
kind of brings me back
taking
to
an exit and going home.
Reminds me of that one Daniel Tosh where the guy was climbing the mountain and pooped on his friend. And he's like, I don't trust anybody who won't say that they pooped their pants at least one time in their adult life. I stand by that statement.
I've done it a few
I don't know
times.
if I trust anybody who says they haven't pooped their pants as an adult.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. To me, like, it's just like this dirty secret. But I have so many digestive issues, and I've had to tell so many fucking people about them that I just don't have a shame about it anymore.
It's
like,
thing.
yep, I shit my pants. Guess what, Mark? I have to go home. Why? I shit my pants. Sorry,
Shipped
dude.
my pants.
I shipped my pants overnight.
I love that
Dude,
commercial.
they can ship your pants.
Because when that came out, Murph and Andy, I know you don't listen to 1460 KXNO, but it's a it's a radio show on the sports section of like WHO.
Yeah, I don't even listen to AM radio.
And but it's a sports show, but it's not a sports show. I enjoy it because they're just two guys who talk about sometimes sports and other stuff. And he got really almost pissed off at his son because his son came down. He's probably young, 8 to 12, somewhere in that range. He's like, Dad, I shipped my pants. And he's like, what did you say? I shipped my pants. And I mean, because
He saw the commercial.
because he saw the commercial, and I just thought that was hilarious. That he was mad at his son, but not mad at his son because it just is fun.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like how I get my daughter to say fire truck.
Fire fuck.
I know what it sounds like. She shouldn't be saying it, but I love hearing
She's
it.
not saying it though. She's technically
And
saying
then,
fire truck.
and then when she says sock, is really funny as well.
Is it cuck?
Cock
Oh.
is really funny. Like I was putting on her socks the other day, and KJ was holding her, and I was just like, whoop, and just slipped them on her feet while she was in there, and she's like, "Oh, you got my cock," and I was just like, "Yep."
Well, that's like my son the other day because we're trying to potty train him, and so I have to tell him, your penis has to be pointed into the water, or else you're going to pee all over the seat and everything
you call
else.
it a penis?
Yeah, I
You
use
call
the
it like
proper
a dinky.
Yeah, I
Oh,
use
really?
proper terminology with my
Who
kids.
the fuck calls it a dinky? Did your parents call it a dinky?
No, I'm just going through.
What do you want me to say? Your tallywhacker needs to be pointed towards the water, son.
Not a. Hey, son, your penis.
Yeah, I use the proper terminology.
I would use the proper term if I had a son. I'd be like, your penis needs to be in the bowl. Like, you need to have that shit
And so
pointing in.
he got mad at me because I had to.
Donger, maybe.
I did point it down to the water. He's
cock.
like, Dad,
No.
don't touch my penis. I was like, all right, you do it then.
The minute a kid says that, you're like,
No,
I didn't touch nothing.
Yeah.
Don't say that outside this house.
Well, it's like, okay, so like Lola will say booby because we're teaching her body parts, and she's all like boobies, and then so like now we're always afraid when she's at daycare she's gonna grab like the teacher's tits and just be like boobies, and then they're gonna be like, what are they doing to us? Get at home.
Well, that's like my kids. We were taking a bath last night, and I could hear them getting ready to get into the bathtub, and Rowan and Riker were like, "These are my boobies." Yeah, these are my boobies. And then Rowan's like, "Yeah, yours are smaller boobies." He's like, and then Riker will be like, "Yeah." And I tried to record it, but they were done talking by the
Kids
time I
are
got
so
it.
fucking funny, dude. The funny shit. They piss you off and they make you go nuts.
Oh, and it's for certain true, because Riker is a little devil right now. Gets into everything and anything, but he's also the most polite of the two children. So anytime you
How
give him
weird,
something,
right?
he's like, "Thank you," and then he'll just have this awful day where you just want to throw him out the window, and then you'll get to bed and be like, "Daddy, I love you." Like,
I love
You can't do that. It's an abusive relationship with a child.
because then it's like all the rage melts away, and your heart melts.
The
You're like,
rage?
Oh, dude. I
have a
get,
kid, you'll know the rage.
No, I know.
I get pure rage with my daughter. Like it gets even today, dude. Like I should show you my text messaging with KJ because she was all like, "Hey, I'm on break," and then I was like, "Okay," and then she's like, "Is everything fine?" I was like, "Well, your fucking daughter's eating," and then she's like, "Huh?" And I just saw like, "Well, I'm not fucking eating anything. That's for fucking sure." And then she's like, "Do you want me to text you later?" I was like, "No, I want to fucking talk to you." But then like my phone decided that I don't know how to swipe, so I just like went fucking full rage mode on my keyboard. I just and she's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna call." It's just like, "Your kid has pushed me to the point of no return." But anyway, number 2.
Number 3.
Well, you already said number 3 was Get Out.
I'm going to get a substitute of one I forgot. Spider-Man Homecoming.
What a great movie.
Fucking
That is
awesome.
one game I'm looking forward to in 2018.
Oh my god, yes.
I don't have that kind of money.
Well, I'm not saying these are just games we're looking forward to.
that we want to look at.
Yeah, that are
Can
going to
I
be cool.
touch it
Yeah,
sideways?
I'll bring it over.
Okay.
Number 2, Dunkirk.
I haven't seen it.
It
I haven't
was
had it, but
I kind of want to,
very good.
but
It's-
you love World War II shit.
Yeah, it makes me cry every time, regardless. And then I think this is probably the best film of the year. Blade Runner 2049.
I haven't seen that one yet. I love the first
want
one.
To
You
see
think I was
that
going to say Star Wars?
I did.
I loved Star Wars, but it's not my favorite.
I really want to see 2049. I
Oh,
heard
God.
it's fucking amazing.
It's
It takes the original Blade Runner and just fucking is like, oh, you're a turd that's great for putting down the toilet.
Yeah.
Here comes the big boy. I'm a 30-gallon flush.
I mean, but
I don't know what the fuck kind of similes am I coming up with nowadays. What the fuck is wrong with me?
you're trying to stuff
Ask him that.
10 gallons of shit into a 5-gallon bucket. But it's one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen. The score is perfect. Is it long? Fuck yeah, it is. Does it overstay its welcome? No. I did fall asleep watching it in the theater, though, only because it
was comfortable.
I was reclined and very warm.
Oh, so you were at the new...
Yeah, and I've gone into that old man stage where if I'm reclined and warm, nothing will stop me from falling asleep.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just a beautiful, spectacular movie. If you are gonna watch it, I'd say watch it like noon on a weekday when people are at work, so you can have that volume cranked up just to get the ambiance of the sound, because I can't say enough praise of it.
I heard that like almost everything about it was like finely crafted.
Yep. Yeah, you can tell that the director of it, he gave a whole bunch of shit about it. I forget what movie he directed recently.
Probably one of them porns that was on the CDR.
No, Arrival.
Oh, I want to see that
Yep,
really bad. That
that's
was
the
a
same
movie
director.
that I've been wanting to see.
But yeah, it's great. If you have any thoughts of seeing it, do it.
I tried looking for it in a red box, and
I think it just came to digital.
did it? Oh, okay. So maybe that's why I haven't been able to find it. Another movie I do want to watch from this year is
Mother.
I've no desire to watch an anagram of the Bible, and then they all eat Jesus at the end.
The Disaster Artist.
I do want to see that.
Me too.
I do. Which, by the way, we should all watch The Room sometime. I have it on DVD.
Yes.
Another movie I really wanted to watch this year, so I could make fun of it, was It.
Yeah.
Because I think the clown looks like a bucktooth fucking beaver retard. Straight up. I think it's the worst fucking design I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, that is not... Like, here's the thing with Pennywise. Like, he's supposed to look inviting in the beginning and then turn scary.
Like John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. He's all right. He'll fucking throw a thing for your kids.
Brady, if we come over to your house, is it going to be like a room full of just serial killer wall?
No, that's in my heart. I keep that inside.
But no, like, it's supposed to just be like something like, oh, okay. And then, I am the danger afterwards. Instead, it's just like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Here's my buck teeth. Like, I cannot let that go because every like stupid pop Funko, every like piece of art I've seen is just him with them fucking buck teeth. And I'm like, what is scary about that? There's nothing scary about a person with buck teeth. But anyway, there was a kid I knew, and we all called him Beaver because he had the biggest buck tooth, and nobody was scared of him. Like, he'd be like, I'm gonna fucking...
He's not a clown in the drain, though.
Okay, if he would have been a clown in the drain, guess what? I wouldn't have been scared of him.
And you also wouldn't have gone down there.
I would have been like,
you
go
could
fuck
float
yourself. Hey, little fat AJ, that's not going to be able to fit through here anyway.
I love that this is... Your discussion of it is, I knew a kid who had buck teeth and I wasn't scared of him. Fuck it.
You know what? When you put things into that perspective,
that's fucking hilarious.
That's pretty. What has my life become? Anyway, I really wanted to see that. Here's a big flaming pile of shit that I did see this year. Dark Tower.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
What a horrible movie.
But just anything that, unless what I want is Stephen King to just set up his own production company and him be the director of his own books.
But here's the thing, like, he sells his dollar babies.
Christopher Nolan make his movies.
Oh,
he makes good movies.
I would like
Dunkirk.
Guillermo to do them.
Yeah,
because
Guillermo del Toro.
He respects the horror genre.
Yeah, he respects the horror genre. He's the only guy who wants to do like Lovecraftian stuff with film anymore.
Yeah.
And they won't let him. That pisses me off that they won't let him.
That's why I had to go to Kojima.
Yep. So he could get his Lovecraftian out.
That is an excellent segue into games coming out in 2018 that we are interested in. There's only a few that I'm really interested in. For me, Far Cry 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm really... Because the thing that I like about that is that we all need to decide... Brady, you need to work up the money to get your Xbox One X so AJ can get the Xbox off of you. So if you decide to get it for Xbox, we can all have it on the same system because you can play that from the first point with co-op.
What game again? I just completely
Far Cry 5.
Oh, okay. I completely blanked.
We're going to kill religious extremists.
It's
in
multiplayer?
Washington. It is, yeah. You can play co-op from the get-go.
Like in the story campaign?
In the story campaign.
Oh, cool. That's
At least from what I've read.
You know what system we all do have? The
PlayStation.
PS4. Why do I have to get an Xbox?
Well, you're getting it given to you for free. What are you complaining about?
You know, KJ told me...
I have to drop $500 on new console.
You know what?
Stop complaining.
KJ told me that even if he were to do that, she wouldn't let me take that Xbox for free.
Why?
Because she doesn't believe in it.
Give him $1.
Okay. I got a penny in my pocket.
There you go.
Okay.
Let's see here. Detroit become...
Back to Pennywise.
Detroit Become Human.
I would like to become human someday.
That one I probably won't buy, but I would like to Redbox it and just try it.
It looks great. I like those kind of games. Though it looks like it may suffer from the heavy rain problem.
Jason.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. I'm not interested.
I know. Blah, blah, blah. Another one that you're not going to be interested in, Days Gone. I love that one. But I also,
Motorcycles, zombies.
Dude, there's a new Ace Combat coming out. Heck yeah.
Well, Brady just came because he loves Top Gun.
Who doesn't love
I love
Top Gun?
jets before I love Top Gun.
I doubt that.
I did. Jets are the coolest thing.
Yeah, but then you were playing with the boys.
Favorite jet, SR-271 Blackbird.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Then the last one on my list.
I just melted your heart of stones. Like, yeah, you're right. That is pretty fucking badass.
Death Stranding.
I would love to play it.
Hopefully, you get to play it before 2020.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a 2019 game.
Dude, I got 2020 vision for that game. I'm a dad.
Just don't forget Kanye's running in 2020.
Oh, so's my dick.
God, that's...
You know, I could run in 2020. I'll be 35.
Is it sad that I would rather cast my vote for Kanye than a Donald Trump?
How about no famous people? No actors.
I was just saying, like, I'll be 35. I can run, and then you're like, you know, is it sad? I'd much rather vote for Kanye.
No, I would vote for you over Kanye.
I'd vote for anybody. Hope so.
I'd vote for anybody over
I think
Kanye.
I'm better than the
Only
Jesus.
if you would let us kill the rich.
You
Are we starting the Purge?
Yes.
But see, the Purge affected the poor, not the rich.
Yeah.
If you watch the movies, Brady.
Well, I'm not going to watch this.
I've never watched the movies. We know that David, though, he'll watch anything that's scary.
That's true.
Is anyone excited for Anthem anymore?
Oh yes, Anthem. That was another one.
No.
I'm
Loot
wary.
boxes.
I'm wary, but I still think it looks good. But and
Yeah.
Mass Effect Andromeda is absolute awful.
Well, that's
BioWare
because
has kind of
they took the B team and made them work on Mass Effect Andromeda, and then the A team worked on Anthem. That's why it sucked so hard.
So I'm hoping that it'll be good because that one is the three games that I probably want to get this year are Far Cry, Anthem, and what was the other one?
Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man is coming out, but that's not one of the ones.
Detroit.
No.
The
Days
motorcycle?
Gone. Days Gone.
Yep.
Both of those pirate games look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves is like a fun cartoony one.
Yep. And then what was the
Ubisoft pirate game?
Yeah.
I don't
Which is
remember
basically
the name.
just Assassin's Creed without assassins.
Awesome.
Ubisoft pirate game.
But Ubisoft is, I don't know.
Well, my phone apparently just doesn't want to load Google for me, so I can't really look. I know there's a lot of games that are coming out.
A game that I know you will want to play is Shadows of the Colossus.
Yeah,
Oh,
where
yes.
everything has been rebuilt from the ground up. So every
I
asset.
will be.
It's not just a port with ramped up graphics.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh.
everything's been rebuilt.
I will be getting that. Oh yes, it will be mine.
God of War.
God of War 4. How am I forgetting all these great games that are coming out? Man.
Because there's E3 was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
Jurassic World Evolution. What was that? Oh, Monster Hunter.
See, I'm not
Monster
really.
Hunter.
I don't really care about
Brady's excited for
I
it.
think it
though.
looks fun. Honestly, the Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay they showed at E3 looked pretty fun.
Kingdom Heart games are actually really good. I do enjoy them.
I love old Disney
keyword
cartoons.
here is if Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, I will get it.
Yeah.
But they've been dangling that in front of us for
For
12
years.
years. So, I mean,
I mean, that's getting up into Duke Nukem territory.
yeah.
Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2, I will probably get that one. Maybe not this year, but because I love the first one.
I'm excited to see what FromSoft is working on. They dropped that, 30-second video of just, Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah.
I'm really
Hoping
hoping
for
it's a
Bloodborne
new...
2?
No, I do not want a Bloodborne 2.
Didn't they?
I don't think Bloodborne should have a sequel because it's a perfect encapsulated piece of art.
Yeah.
I would like it. I wouldn't mind it just to have it be an expansion, basically.
Well, did you guys watch the Vati YouTube video analyzing that 30 seconds?
no, I didn't.
It was like a 13-minute video.
Yeah.
where- and there's, they say it might be another Tenchu
That's what I'm hoping for is a new Tenchu.
or even like a feudal Japan Souls-style game.
What's that game that's... I'll have to try and find it, but there's that one samurai game that's coming out. That's looks pretty good.
I want to
I
get
don't
Code
know.
Vein, which
Code Vein.
looks Dark Soulsy with anime.
And didn't From do Mech Assault or some mech game?
No, they did Armored Core,
Armored Core.
which is by far some of the best.
I was
mech.
going to say, what if they go back to Armored Core?
I would love that as well.
But from that little teaser clip, I don't think it's going to be.
No, that's definitely not.
The new Metro game looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
Metro games, like, I love the idea of them, and then when I try to play them, just like, nah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
there's,
something that I'd rather just watch somebody play on YouTube, I think.
There's a new Nino Kuni coming out.
Speaking of YouTube, so I got into this like Max Payne kick, and I watched like Max Payne 1 20 years later, or whatever, however many years it's been, and then Max Payne 2 however many years later. So I've been watching a Let's Play of Max Payne 3. I kind of want to play it now. It's pretty decent. Just something to say there, because like I know that you and I have both said that Max
on.
Payne 3 looks garbagey.
I'll have to hit it up because, yeah.
Mega Man 11, who's excited?
Not me.
Oh, dude, Nino Kuni 2. You were just
Yeah,
talking about
dude.
that. I think we were looking at the same list.
Shenmue 3 as well.
Shema.
But I'm sure there's more that IGN isn't listing.
Yeah.
See, IGN.
Oh, wait, that one kind of looks interesting.
Oh, is that the
That's the
couch co-op? Two brothers
Yep.
in prison.
But you could also not do couch co-op as well. I think you can do over Xbox Live. Or
I
cool.
thought
PlayStation
they
Network.
killed that. They were like,
Oh,
no,
did
it
they?
needs to be couch co-op.
Oh, I was hoping they
That's
would do
cool.
that.
I would love to see the return of multiplayer in home gaming.
I hated couch co-op. Hated it.
Different strokes, different folks.
That's why I was so glad when they came out with the, all the multiplayer online. Is like when Call of Duty first hit the scene. I was like, I can sit in my own house and not have to be with other people.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Well,
I can mute people and don't have to listen to them.
when Xbox Live came out, I went over to my friend's house because he had it, and I played Mech Warrior or Mech Assault or whatever it was that was on original Xbox, and everybody used a headset back then.
Literally everyone.
Literally everybody had the headset on, and I remember just doing like a fake voice, and I was just sitting there doing a Dr. Phil voice and talking about Hungry Oprah, and just I remember thinking, man, this is going to be so great. I never imagined that it would just devolve into kids calling each other the N-word.
Yep. Dude, remember back when you could have the voice augmenter if you didn't want people to hear your real voice?
I do. How weird.
Oh, I completely forgot that was a thing, that we were so afraid of that. Well, they might know what I sound like.
Or you just hear my voice. You were merely born with it. I was molded by this.
Playing Halo 2 with Bane over here.
I'm from the future. He's not the Bane of the future you want, but he is the Bane of the future you need
Yeah,
to talk on Xbox Live.
exactly.
Which already sounded really garbly because old school
Yeah, connection. We're not
DSL
good.
and cable. I don't know. My issue is like a lot of the new games that are coming out just really don't fit the type of genre that I want to play, and then I'm getting really sick of stupid shit like loot boxes and shit like that taking over video games that I already enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I
Which
can't.
is why I hope that we do get
Like-
onto the bandwagon of that these are gambling, that they can't be in games or...
like it's not. I'm not even looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Remake anymore because they're
Because
just
it's not a
destroying
remake.
it.
It's not. It's
I can't even play a Final Fantasy anymore because it fucking sucks asshole. Like, I can go back and play the old ones, but if I try to play like a newer one, I'm going to have a bad time.
But I got a point what I'd like to make with the loot boxes. If they want to keep it in and not have it be like forced gambling, they can either make sure it's something that impacts the game not at all. That it's just things you could do without and have no notice of
Yeah,
at all.
it doesn't affect the game.
Yeah. Or take away the chance and have like percentage of like, or have different loot boxes. Like in this one, you can have a percentage to get this. Like have themed crates.
Well, actually, that's what they're doing now. A lot of games, like they have to display.
Yeah.
You have this much percentage of getting this item, and they're making everything their own thing. Like Fortnite, I'm really into it, but the single player side is like this really fucking complicated, giant game that runs off of microtransactions.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, in the way that they do their microtransactions in the games is really playful and colorful to the point where kids are just going to want to pop pinatas because they're like, ooh, you can buy a silver pinata, a copper pinata, or a gold pinata.
Ooh, it's fun.
Or a platinum pinata. And then they break them open, candy and big explosions and everything else. And then, like, you get, like, your player cards and everything else. And that's just dangerous, in my opinion, because that's the same tactic that they use at the casinos.
Yeah.
They put all the big winners up front, and you hear the bells, you hear the whistles, you hear the ding, 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 bright lights flashing. It gets you excited. And then you're just going to dump your money into this thing, and then you're depressed because nothing happened, so you go home. And then they got all your money, and you got jack shit. Well, now they're just doing that with digital.
Mm-hmm.
Penis. Digital cocks.
It's a
big old cobs.
It's a weird time to be a person that plays games.
It is. It definitely is. And I think while gaming itself has matured a ton, like a ton,
it's got a lot of room to grow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sick of capitalism destroying it. Essentially is what's happening is,
yep.
How can we make more money off of this?
It is kind of sickening that's what they spend most of their time thinking about, rather than they're making a piece of art for people to enjoy.
See, here's the thing, though. I can kind of understand why they do it, because the price that we pay for games way undercuts what they're spending to make those games.
Well, I'm sure, like in Destiny's case, when Bungie struck that deal with Activision, they're like, all right, we're in the business of making money. You're the guys that make the video games. So you put these microtransactions, we'll give you a cut of that because we know you're losing money on this game. And we're going to give you the money. So here's a little cut of what we're making off of the extra transactions. Shove it down their throats. Whatever you can.
It just sucks.
Yeah.
Because, like, I understand that if we were to pay for games inflated to the price that they're technically worth, we would be spending over $100 again on video games.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, I remember going to Toys R Us and seeing cartridge games that were $90, $100.
Yeah.
I even remember Pokemon 64 when I bought it was $85. You know, and it wasn't. I didn't even bat an eye at the idea of that.
Wow.
Whereas now, if I were to see, you know, a game that's over $59.99, I'm like, well, it better be a fucking collector's edition. Come with something cool.
It is kind of crazy that we've leveled out at $60. That's the price of a video game now, unless it's special edition. It's weird. I can't think of any other medium or thing that's like that.
I mean, besides like movies and stuff like that, where it's like $19.99 or $29.99 or
but for how long it's been like that, $60. That's the price of a game.
But
they actually did that with all media, though. Video games just happened to get kind of bundled into it because they didn't know what kind of media it was still. But what happened was Sam Goody was driving the price of compact discs up to like $22, $25 for a single CD, and it caused a huge bubble in the creation of Napster and everything else. Really popped that balloon. So like that's why you don't see Sam Goody anymore, or Disco Round, or any of those type of places, or Suncoast Movies, or you know, your big mall shop.
FYE's going away.
Yeah, you know, stores like that. what happened was the price of media got regulated, so CDs couldn't be more
that's
than
cool.
a certain price anymore. Movies couldn't be more than a certain price anymore, and then games ended up being you can only cap them out at $59.99.
Huh. Didn't know that. That's neat.
Oh,
So you're saying regulations are good?
sometimes.
Cool.
Too bad we get rid of too many of them and we implement really bad ones.
Yep.
Our
2018, baby.
Our country's
welcome.
So, it is the beginning of the new year. How scared are all of you about nuclear winter?
Threat level midnight right now over here, AJ. In these neck of the woods.
I'm seeing 2 minutes to midnight, 2 minutes to midnight.
I'm not too doom and gloom as of yet, just because while I wish that we would have some kind of hopeful law or regulation that makes it so the president can't tweet, no matter who it is, but I would especially like to see this president not be able to tweet and just have any kind of official things coming out of the White House come from the White House.
Well, here's the thing is that
Press or
everything
Facebook.
that he tweets, if he deletes a tweet, he's breaking law, because anything that a president puts out publicly has to be entered into a charter and then eventually released for everybody in the future to be able to look at.
Yeah.
So like any piece of document, so videos, audio, and written in whatever way form, either by hand or digital, all of that stored, so then in the future we can go back and look at that. Can you imagine, like, I'm deathly scared of when Lola comes up to me when she's 16 and she's like, so tell me about 2016, and I'll be like, that year doesn't exist except for the fact that you were born in it and your mother and I got married. Nothing else happened.
I've seen that webcomic. It's like, all right, it all started with a gorilla called Harambe.
You know, that's so weird. It kind of did.
All right, well, I think this is...
I think we have
Run the
officially petered
Happy
out.
New Year.
So happy New Year. Indeed, I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday.
All right, well, this has been 30 and Nerdy. My name is David.
My name has been and will be always AJ.
Or as my phone says whenever I say, call AJ, call Adge. I just never correct it. Someday I need to get in and be like, Siri, pronunciation of AJ, or AJ. AJ.
AJ.
Did you mean Adge?
Which is so funny because my phone, I tell it to call KJ and it says calling KJ.
Well, do you have a space in there, or do you have it just together?
Oh, I do have a period.
So that might have to be what I do.
Yeah, technically my name is A.J.
True. But my name is Brady, parts unknown.
Parts unknown, butthole grounds.
Hey, listen, if you donate to the Patreon, we'll do a Conspiracy Theory episode. Actually, you don't even have to donate because we're going to do that someday.
I do believe
It's gonna
that
be
is on
great.
our coming up. If you donate to Patreon, we'll show you why Brady was called Big Ol' Cobb in college.
Yeah, I'll add you on Kick. No, but
I'll add you on Snapchat.
one of the last things I remember from New Year's Eve, we were playing this Wikipedia game. It's actually super fun. And then something about aliens came up, and my friend Katie's like, yeah, would it be crazy if aliens were here? I'm like, they've been here for 50 years. The government's covering it up. They don't want you to know. And then I just kept going. I instantly turned, like, I heard the word aliens. I'm like, you want to know the truth? Shut up and listen.
I've got the truth right here, muscle boy. But anyway, thank you very much for listening. Stop by our Facebook page. We talk to you. We will definitely talk to you. If you send us a message on Facebook, guaranteed one of us three will answer it.
Yep.
Probably David, because David is really the central hub of that Facebook page. And I post something to it maybe once a month. today I made my big contribution of the
Bloodborne.
Opeth post.
It was great.
It was great. And we're going to make Opeth great again.
It's always been great. All right. On that note, goodbye, everybody.